Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be creating this login page UI design in Figma. All right, let's get started. To begin our project, we're going to need a frame. So the link for this image is going to be in the description box below. You can go ahead and download it. So I'm going to click on F and I'm going to use this desktop frame, which is this one. So the width is 144 by 1024. I'm going to reduce it to 960 for the width. I'm going to grab this image and then I'm going to bring it into this frame, and then I'm just going to reduce it and I'm going to align it like this. So what I want is like this. I wonder if I'll be able to see the spacing. I was wondering if I could specify, position and all that kind of thing. It really can't. But basically, this is what I want. So yeah, you can, let me just crop it so it fits the dimensions of um, the frame. All right, now we have this. Next up, we are going to duplicate this image. Select just the image, Control D to duplicate. So now we have two copies of this image. I want to crop this image, but to just make it easy, I'm going to insert a rectangle. So I'm going to select a rectangle, insert it into this frame. We're going to change the width of this rectangle to 570 and height is going to be 660. And I'm going to place this rectangle in the horizontal and vertical center of our frame. Select the image that is on top, and then I'm going to have this dialog. Now we can crop it. I'm going to use it, the rectangle, as a guide. Move this around, and then let me drag this one. And so now the width will be 570 by 660. I'm going to escape to close that and then select this rectangle and I can delete it. You won't really be able to see any difference because we have two images but they're not differences. Let's start with the image underneath. I'm going to go over to effects and we are going to add a layer blur to it, and I'm going to return the opacity back to 100%, and for the blur we're going to make it 10. I'm going to close this and I can get closer. Now we can see a sort of difference, but we are not done yet. We're going to select this image and I'm going to, so the image that is sort of a rectangle, I'm going to come over to fill and add another fill on top of it. We're going to change the color of this to 214C59 and the opacity is going to be 35%. Let's go over to effects. Let's add an effect. We're going to add a drop shadow. So for the position, we're going to make the Y position 0. The blur is going to be 12. Let's make spread 2. And right here in color, we're going to make the opacity 50. I'm going to now close this and I'm going to zoom out, and now we have the image look like it's sort of popping up from the background. I'm going to add in a text next, so I'm just going to click on T and this is going to be log in. I'm going to get closer. Let's change the typography. The font is going to be outfits. Weight, we're going to make the weight medium. Size is going to be 42 and line height is going to be 52. Under fill, the fill is currently white by default. Let's make the opacity 90 and I'm just going to move it to the center and just leave it there for now. I could just grab a copy of this text box. You can insert another one if you want to. I'm just going to modify this one. For the text, I'm going to change the font to Inter. I'm going to change the weight back to regular. The size is going to be 14. Line height is going to be 20, the opacity is still going to remain at 90%. I'm just going to change this text to username or email. I'm just going to create a line next. So I'm just going to click on L so I can insert a line and just draw one here. We're going to leave the color as white and the opacity is still we're going to leave it at 100%. Let's change the width under dimensions, change it to 450. Select these two items, make it a frame. And I'm going to make the gap between them 10. So for me, coincidentally, it just happens to be 10. Just leave it. I'm just going to leave it like that. If yours, just change yours to 10. I'm going to create a copy of this. This one, the text, we're going to change the text to password. And I'm going to need another text box. So I'm just going to click on T, and then I'm going to write remember me, and I'm going to create a copy of this. Oh, let me change the typography. We're just going to change it to make it a little bit smaller. We're going to make this one 12 for size, and for the line height we're going to make it 18, just so that it's a bit smaller, and the opacity should also be 90. And I'm going to create a copy of this text and bring it here. This is forgot password. All right, let's now start tidying this up. I'm going to insert a rectangle, and the dimensions is going to be 16 by 16. Change the fill to white. And I'm going to select the rectangle and the text, make it a frame, and gap is going to be 10. I'm going to zoom out, and now I'm going to position this on the edge, so on the left edge of these two items, and position this at this edge while also aligning it. This just makes it easier for us to create a frame and not really worry about spacing. Select the two, create an auto layout, and the spacing should be around auto when it's really wide like this. Now select these two items. We're going to make the spacing 40, and then you can make it an auto layout. So those two frames will now become their own auto layout. Select this new frame and this one, make it an auto layout, and we're going to make the gap 15. We're almost there. All we need now is our login button or our sign up button. So I'm going to just click on T so I can just type in my text, which is login. The font is going to stay as Inter. For the size, we're going to leave it. Okay, it's currently 1420 for me. You can just go ahead and leave it like that. I'm just going to make the width medium. Before I move on, I'm just going to create another copy of this text because I'm going to need it for signing. So I'm just going to type sign in and fill. We're going to reduce it to the opacity to 90%. Let's go back to this, make it a frame, and for the padding on the left and right, make it 50, and for the top and bottom, make it 4. And so we're going to have this really slim button. For the fill, let's add a fill to this, and the fill is going to be white. Just reduce the opacity to 90, and the text, we're going to change the text color to black. Select these two items, and then we are going to make it a frame. The gap between these two is going to be 10, and now we have all of this. So what I'm going to do now is place all of this where they need to be. What we want is this, this, and this. I'm just going to use Alt H to align them horizontally. What I want is all of them to be all aligned at the center. So this is the button I use. I just use Alt H to align them horizontally. So you can click on it under the position, just change alignment and then use horizontal spacing. And then for spacing, we want it to be 100, and I'm going to align it all of this content so that they are on the horizontal and vertical center of this smaller rectangle here. Now you can leave it as it is and group it, or you could select it and then Shift A, and now we have a frame. So this is a very good, easy way to make frames when you're trying to figure out spacing, what padding are you going to use for the left and right. Just create it as it is. You don't need to worry about fill and all of that. When you create the frame, just take all of your elements, and a lot of times, depending on how you build it, you can now create a frame with it, and the frame will just inherit the properties of whatever is behind. So if it's a rectangle, it will inherit the properties from the rectangle. In this case, it was an image with a bit of editing on it, and yeah, that is it. Anyway, let's look at this section in the prototype view to see what it looks like. So this is what I'm going to change it to full screen. This is what our login form looks like. Well, you can play around with different images. Maybe you want to try a brighter image or different settings or things like that. You can go ahead and try it. But anyway, that's it for this particular tutorial. If you enjoyed the video and want to watch similar content to this, where I create much longer content, you can check out the description box below to links to longer projects or courses that are on my channel, or you could also click on the video on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.